on.
You're Facebook Living?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Anna Scheller here. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about a few things. I'm going to start a series here on Facebook Live for my wonderful fans and for those of you who would like to know how to influence people. So, sales is all about influencing people. And if you think about sales as just something that you do to get money, then you're really restricting the effectiveness of your influence. Now, when I'm talking about influence in a conversation, I'm not talking about manipulating people. And what I'm going to be sharing over the course of the next few days, probably starting Monday, is a way that you have to influence people that's extremely powerful, will put you in touch with them, and give you a lot more influence in their lives. So they will listen to you when you have something to say. And let me first share a story with you about how this came about. About 2 weeks ago, I was a speaker at the National Women's Conference for the Women's Inspire of Dublin in Ireland, the Republic of Ireland. And it was a very, very awe-inspiring experience to be with all of these people that I had met over social media. And one of the very first things that I talked about, my talk was about 5 fatal mistakes that people make that can kill their sales. And the very first thing I talked about was attacking people with information. Basically, not wanting to learn about the other person, but really only wanting to share about ourselves. And so I've been thinking about this a lot since I left Ireland because I want to help people grow their businesses. That's my mission in life, is to help people grow business through sales training and coaching. And today I've been reading a book called The Power of Influence by John Maxwell. And this key skill, he devotes an entire chapter to this one key skill. And as I was thinking about this key skill, I went to my office and we're working on a big project for my company. And so I had to go out and get information. And it turned out that the person who works for me, who would normally get this information, she came to work and she couldn't talk. She had laryngitis. So I said, no problem. Let's use this as a learning opportunity. I will sit down with you. You will listen to me as I get information from people, and we'll see what I do different than you. And not that what I do is better, but that maybe you could learn something about how to be more effective, or maybe I could learn something from you. So we began to make phone calls to the people that we needed to make, and everybody needed me to listen to them. They needed to tell me about what they do, and I was calling to find out what they do, so it was not them making mistakes. I sat on the phone with one lady for, no kidding, 17 minutes. That's a long time to be on the phone with someone who's not expecting your phone call. When I got done, I looked at her, and so we had like probably 10 people to call, and I only got through about 4 because I was listening to these people give me information. And sometimes they gave me more information than what I really needed, but that's okay. We listened. We listened to what they had to say. We learned a lot about them. And I'll tell you, the woman who talked to me for 17 minutes, I'm looking at her as a possible vendor for my company. Chances are, if I win this proposal that I'm after, she's going to get the business because she spent time to go into detail to sell her property to me. Then later in the day, I got a phone call from a client who needed to share his sad story about how he was going to have to cancel a reservation with my company. And again, it was a long story, and all I did was listen. You see, that's the key to becoming a person of influence. Listening to people who need to tell you their story. So over the next few Facebook Lives that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be sharing with you key points about how to be a better listener, some of the obstacles that we face in learning how to listen, and also practical steps that we can take to listen to the people who are important to us, as well as our customers and prospects, much better. You see, one of the key things that a lot of people in sales do is they immediately tell everyone about themselves. But you know what? If you want to influence someone, you need to become a good listener. You need to listen to them and let them tell you about themselves. Thank you for joining me. What I'd really like for you to do is, if you enjoyed this video, comment in the space below and like my page. I'm at facebook.com/Anna for your success. Anna with 2 N's, the number 4, your success. Thank you so much for joining me. I had fun with this, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you about this critical skill to sales and life, listening.